the chat box there, and then at the end we can work through those questions if you've got any questions. Okay, I've got an exciting way. We're going to the funnels. Let's share the screen and let's get going. Okay, let's start from we're going to do a quick recap on yesterday's stuff, what we covered. We're not going to go into detail. If you haven't been with us yesterday, please go and see. Let me just check. Letitia, can you see the screen share? Okay. Okay, so because I can't see from my side if you guys can see it, so I'm just going to give a second to Letitia to see if she can see the screen share. Okay, so we are just going to do a recap of yesterday. We're not going to do a whole inside thing. We went through the first stages. We built our business plan. We need to get, in 6 months' time, we need to get to a place where we can springboard and actually make our vision and our dream a reality. But to do that in the next 2 months, in the next 45 to 60 days, you need to do some hard work to get that done, to get all the basics done. And before the 6 months cut-off time, you want everything to be super sorted out so that you are online master, so that it's absolutely crazy what you can actually achieve in a short period of time. I never thought that I would be able to write the August. I always thought that, listen here, if I take a bicycle and I drive to a Sardinia Bay that's about 9 k's from my house, that would be a real achievement for me. And then I started cycling, and I was forced into this company group that had to do the August. And I started cycling, and before I know it, we had, I think it was 10 weeks we had to get fit for the August, and at the end of the day, I enjoyed it, and I did 100 k's from 0 to 100 k's, and that was just awesome that you can actually, by just doing a little bit every day, and that consistency make you get there fairly quickly. We looked at our avatar. You must understand your client. We're working with one client at a time, one avatar, one niche at a time. So we are learning what the core currency is, what is their pains and frustrations, and the timeline is always important. Fortunately or unfortunately, in legal terms, it's always going to be urgent. So that's always going to be something that you're selling. I am possibly the biggest specialist in this area, and I will do it for you the quickest. The biggest goal you put down, the dream, you craft your $1 million message to that client. So you want to speak directly to that client. How can you help them to achieve what, so that they can do what without the pains and frustration that they are experiencing. Then your mission, your vision, and what you think is your client's mission and vision. Where does your client, where do they want to go, and you craft that. Then we went and said, okay, where are you? There's one for your clients. Always a parallel learning of where are you in this process? What should you do to satisfy your client? And what's your clients? Where are your client in this parallel field? What is he experiencing? Is stress, is the searching and the promise, and then the value, and then you maximize, and you get that high discount to low billing sequence, and you get them hooked on. So you've got symptoms, and you've got steps to success. You must give your client a clear path from A to B. That's so, so important, because then he'll see that you are the group leader, you're the team leader, you know where you're going. They will have confidence, trust in you. And if you deliver on small things, that they will see you as the authority in that space. And that's what you want to build. So you're going to build yourself a signature solution for every niche, to take that person from being locked up to being free. So I'm calling it lockdown to freedom. So you're going to have a foundation, an attraction, and a domination. Today we're at the attraction stage. How are we going to attract the swimming lanes and the conversion? Yesterday, last night actually, I went through a new piece that Aaron Fletcher brought out, is stress-free selling, and I thought it would be a good thing not to cram that in here. So I will put that stress-free selling up tomorrow morning, and I'm going to, because the domination, the Facebook, the content, and SEO is quite involved. And you might get somebody to help you there in the beginning and to teach you there, listen, you do this, do that. So it takes quite a bit of time to master the domination phase, but you need to have the foundation ready. You need to have the attraction ready. So today we're going to look at the lead magnet. We're going to look at the funnels. We looked at the avatar, the message, and the offer. And the steps that you take your client up is from attract, nurture to strategy session, and that's where that stress-free selling is coming in. But if you've got your lead magnet bedded down 100%, that lead magnet is almost doing the selling for you, because you are giving that client so much information about yourself and about everything, that when he comes to you, you're not a stranger anymore. When he approaches you, he's got that authority feeling. So it's all converting, taking that client up the steps as quick as possible, as fast as possible, to get a deposit and to get a monthly payment plan or a once-off payment. So yeah, so the funnels, part 5 and part 6. Okay, let's get going. What is a funnel? It's super important that you understand the funnel is not a thing where you drink beer from. My kids had this huge funnel when they went to Pled Rage. So yeah, so I don't even wanna know what happened there. But anyway, a funnel is where you get a lot of clients on top, you nurture, you engage, you build your authority, and at the end of the day, it comes out as a client. Now, people think the more they throw in at the top of the funnel, the more it's going to come out. So that's not 100% a good reflection, is you need to work on one line at a time. You can't do one funnel for criminal, the same funnel for civil, the same funnel for, you can do it, but I'll show you in a while what I'm thinking is the best funnel for lawyers and where to go with legal matters. But firstly, you need to attract, and that's where we are now, is the attraction phase. The magnet. How are you going to get people interested in you? And that is, you get a certain group of people interested with a advertisement, with a cheat sheet, with a set of magnets. What you're going to do is you're going to compare 2 cheat sheets or a to-do list with a cheat sheet, and you're going to say A/B testing which one is working best. Okay, so let's zoom out. Where are we now in the process? So you're going to also show your client, look, this is the steps you have to follow to get from lockdown to freedom. So you're going to give this to your client at the end and say, listen, I'm going to show you how we're doing this. So you're going to give them a certain step in your funnel. You're going to in your whole signature solution, you're going to give them a certain step that they must have a look at, and you're going to show them exactly what you can do for them. Everything comes down to the lead magnet. So all the traffic you pay for on Facebook, all the publishing, the content that you put out there should go to your lead magnet. All the retargeting work and all the fancy stuff you do on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, wherever you do it, should come down to the lead magnets. It's so important. So this is a crucial step where you actually start the conversation with your client. It's important that they actually buy into this. So if they don't buy into this, those top ads will not bring you any results, or few and far between. So it's so important to understand where the lead magnet is. It's the first step in the process of actually getting the client to trust you, getting the client to actually convert. Is the lead magnet is doing that job for you. It's actually doing the sales for you. So then you're going to go over to the authority amplifier, and they work very closely together, the lead magnet and the authority amplifier. What is a lead magnet? Here's the example of Fletcher. So you need a consistent image. So just to have consistency with your ads so people get to know you, you have to actually have an ad in front of somebody at least 7 to 10 times before they consume the content. So you need to keep it consistent, that they start to know, I've seen this before, what's it about? And maybe on the 12th or the 14th time they click on it, and then they get interested and they see the value. There shouldn't be any distractions on that page. So it's not like a website where there is website titles, home, more about us, pricing, whatever. So there should be only one outcome when they click on the ad. There should be only one call to action, one button to click, nothing else. You should have your compliance information on there, and maybe now with Poppy and all of those things that come into play, we need to comply with legislation and with anything that's out there. And what's the clear payoff when they click on this button? Convert existing website from an online brochure to a lead generating engine and get up to twice as many leads. So you need to tell them, listen here, what are you going to give them? You're giving them a free video, you're giving them a free cheat sheet or a to-do list or an ebook or whatever your magnet is. The magnet is the cheat sheet. That is the magnet, because you're telling them you're going to get this and this has got value. So that it must be consumable fairly quickly, 5 to 10 minutes. It shouldn't be a thing that's going to take them a day, because then it's going to line their inbox and they're never going to complete the next step. So it should be something that they can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, step by steps. That's a very good cheat sheet, or a lead magnet is something that is very quickly consumable. And the clear payoff must be there. So you must say, listen here, if you're thinking about divorce, here's a way how to ensure that you get your portion, or you're not being screwed over by your husband or whatever. I should get a better word for that, being done in. But done in is not sounding as good as screwed over. Okay, so when they click on that button, what happens? It takes them to a landing page. So that, not a landing page, a opt-in page. So the opt-in page says, okay, thank you so much. Yeah, we're going to give you your cheat sheet. It's instant access. You don't have to pay for anything. People are very wary of, once they see that they have to pay, or there's any inclination that they must give a credit card details or anything, they back off immediately. So you want to create a friendly environment where they So I would like this cheat sheet. You see at the bottom there, it says we hate spam and we promise that we won't use your email to spam you. And it's so important that you get that opt-in and that trust feeling there. And you should have the minimum fields. I might, if I'm a lawyer, I would like maybe to have this guy's cell phone number. That would be a nice to have. If it's because you want to actually get into that conversion call as quickly as possible after this magnet and the and the steps that have been followed through. So basically, keep it to a minimum, have your call of action there, but they must give you this information. Without this information, without this step, your whole magnet is useless because you're not getting that conversation going. So this is basically the client telling you, you can talk to me. Then you follow it up immediately with a authority amplifier. So yes, you can download your cheat sheet, but here's a video. Please watch the video first. Be sure to go to the walkthrough from this video to understand how to use this cheat sheet. And then you start talking. So now, without you picking up a phone, without you having a conversation with this client, you build authority. You put a video out there. If you don't want to put your face on there, put a slideshow up there, put a video up there that is engaging. Make sure it's not too long and it's not boring. It must be quite a nice video. It must have grab the attention. It must be consumable. It shouldn't be a long, boring 1 hour talk show about you and how good you are and whatever. Just a very quick, simple authority builder of if you're doing divorces, I am the master of divorces in my area and I can help you through this process. So download this checklist and whatever so that you can opt into to get the checklist or the cheat sheet. Then once that is done, once is done that, it's very important to gives another video. Thank you for downloading the video. You're going to find awesome content. I've got so much more to talk to you about. I've got so much more to deliver for you. So you establish that connection, you establish that authority, you deliver a framework, you tell them, okay, this is where this piece fits into the big puzzle. So you've got your signature solution 1 to 9. So now you're showing them step number 4 or step number 2. You decide which step you're showing them, but then you tell them, I've got so much more to show you. This is where you are in the process, and if you want to download another PDF, there's another download for you. It's free. It's a bulletproof business plan, and we're going to give it to you, or a bulletproof plan to get divorced without the stress and overwhelm, without the committing financial suicide. And you can word it, and you need to come up with your own wording there and tackle it. Okay. So how to create a lead magnet? So how to shopping. You go window shopping. I don't know, with the lockdown, we're not going window shopping a lot anymore. But if you go window shopping, they do window dressing. So a lead magnet is nothing else than window dressing. Putting out the nicest stuff in the window so that people can come in. A shoe shop put out a lot of shoes out there. It might not be the one that fits you, but it gets you to look at it. You walk in and then you start shopping. So this is the place where you want to attract them. You want to lead them to your store, to your business. To create it quickly, get on the bicycle there. So you're going to decide which one of your 1 to 9 blocks you're going to show them. Remember, there must be a mini transformation in that block from taking it to one extreme to a next extreme. You're not showing them the whole picture, you're showing them only one block, one piece of the puzzle, and you're showing them that this piece of the puzzle is so valuable to you. So take the most valuable piece of the puzzle, make a lead magnet, make a cheat sheet, make a to-do list, a checklist from that, and you show them go from A to B in that block. I can transform you, but just think, if I can do this in this session, this is 10% of what I can actually show you in my business, because we know our stuff. We know what we're doing in this concept, in this situation. Okay, so you've got the lead magnet bedded down now, and now you're going to have to actually take some time to make it look good. This is a critical piece of your puzzle, so you can spend a lot of money on top there on your ads or on your content or whatever, but this is the funnel, this is the place where everybody comes through. This is the gates that they come into town. So you need to craft the message. So that is so important that you grab their attention with the message. It should speak to them. We've been through this before. That message should be, and then you go back to your $1 million message. It should be all in line. Everything is working together from the start to the finish. Everything in this puzzle is putting the whole thing together in specific steps. It must be specific. It must be focused on a specific group. It must be on one person. You shouldn't be unclear of who you're talking to. So what you can also do is you can go and do a brain dump and categorize. So basically, you do you just put everything down on paper and you say, okay, what is the most important thing in this line? Criminal work, civil work, commercial work, labor for the employer, labor for the employee. What is the most important? What's the thing that will grab the attention of that person, of that client, of that task, and give it a wow factor? Spend some time on it. It's very important that you do that. You need to make it stand out. They need to look twice. They need to actually click on the button. That is your ultimate goal, is getting that click. So, framework, opt-in, Fletcher put it out very, very nice and simple. It's one problem, one positioning. It's time-friendly, so it's quick and easy to consume. It's incomplete. It's not the whole answer. This is not a to-do of how to get divorced from A to Z. It is one simple step to show that you are the authority, and if they need a lawyer, you are the authority. You will do it better and faster than anybody else. And what's the next step? So in this step of your signature solution, what's the next step that you will take them to? So you're just going to tell them what it is. You're not going to tell them how, and you're not going to go into detail. So they're going to see that, listen here, you've got this thing in hand. You know what you're talking about. You're the authority, and you going. So that's a good lead magnet. So if you don't have a lead magnet, there's a host of programs out there. All have got lead magnets. All the email automation tools like MailChimp or Aweber or any of those, they've got lead magnets, lead forms. There's a whole host out there. You can use it, but it's not a website. Please don't confuse it with a website. The landing page has got one purpose. Sometimes you get it in the long form where people tell you how good they are, and you scroll down and scroll down and scroll down until the end. So every 30 to 40 lines, they've got the same call to action. So any button that you click on that whole page will take you to the same call to action, to the same next page. This will be available for you guys. I try to make it better and easier, but what do? Let's go from the left-hand side. You choose your format, a toolkit, how-to, an ebook. What's your lead magnet going to be? What's going to be the most important and the nicest for your clients to see? What's quickly consumable? Best practices there, deliver a big promise, break it up in chunks that follow a framework. So, value, they must see value, and position yourself as the expert. It's so important. Always advance the sales. So always try and take it to the next step. Okay. Then there's a whole host of tools, and then there's your $1 million message there. For every block, you should have a message. So if you are saying, what about the avatar? You should have a message of taking them from a general to very specific. So you're going to frame that in that sense. So you're going to frame that milestone. You've got 9 milestones in your signature solution. So there's the step-by-steps. I'm not going to read them through, but go and create a very good landing page that is a lead magnet that's going to lead to a opt-in page, and then the opt-in page is going to go into the authority amplifier that's going to build your authority. The videos are important. People consume videos so much easier than other content. It is just how things are going. So go, and the homework for you is a lead magnet. Get your 3 promises out there. 3 lead magnets, and then you go and you test them. Once you've done with your whole signature solution, you go and test them. And remember, this thing is not cast in stone. If you get to this stage and you say, but listen, I haven't done anything in the foundation right, and I need to change something in the foundation, go and change it. You need to fix and tweak and turn this thing that it works for the firm. So create your ultimate lead magnet. What's your next step, and what's your client's next step? What are you going to do next? And be prepared so that you can take that client on the journey. You're the leader, you're the professional, you're the person that should know where to go. This is not and tomorrow I'll discuss it. This is not a situation where you are providing a service to somebody. You're not a service provider. A service provider is a waiter, somebody that cleans your garden, somebody that washes your car, somebody that waits on you, somebody that you tell them what to do as a client. Yeah, you're working with a professional. If you go to a doctor, you hope that the doctor is going to tell you what to do. When you go to a lawyer, you hope that the lawyer is going to tell you what to do. So you must be the leader. You must take them by the hand and tell them, this is my summary, this is my opinion. Listen, I'm a professional, I know what I'm doing, I've done this before. So this is my opinion, this is where I think you should go, and this is what I think you should spend, and this is value for money that you're going to get out of this. So you should give them the answer. I hate it when people go to lawyers and they think that the lawyer must, because they've Googled something 3 times, they think that they know everything, and the lawyer must now just jump on that. Okay, so just a quick next steps is you would think that the funnels will follow the foundation. So in the real picture, it's not there. The floodgates come in between the foundation and the funnels, because that's generating leads that go to the lead magnet. Then you've got the lead magnet there. It goes over to the authority amplifier, and it goes then over to the conversion event. That conversion event can be a webinar, a strategy call, a live event, a virtual event, an in-person a shopping cart online. So it doesn't have to be something, but it can be most of the time in our industry, it's going to be a call. So it's going to be a strategy call, and it shouldn't be a long strategy call. It should be a quick strategy call to see if this client fits into your practice. Is he going to have to, does he have the money to pay your deposit? Yes, no. Let's go in deep to it. What's nice there is you go and you dig deep. You ask the questions to that client as what will it cost you if you don't do it? What's the consequences to your mind, body, and soul, to your family, to your emotions, to your ego if you don't do it? So you don't pressure him and say you must do it, but you go and dig deep. You ask the questions so that they think and they turn the sale around. But now you come with them at that call at a stage when they've gone through the lead magnet, they've gone through the authority amplifier. So when you get to that call, you basically are not a stranger to them anymore. They know who you are. They're quite impressed with you, and they like it that you are calling them now, because you are now type of a authority in this space. So that's where we're going. So the swimming lanes, let's just see the swimming lanes as the ads, the emails, the traffic sources. It can be outreach, it can be offline, it can be one-on-one, whatever swimming lanes there is. But everything follows almost the same path and almost the same steps. So there you've got the traffic source. That's your floodgates that we're going to tackle tomorrow. Then you've got your lead magnet, your authority amplifier, and your conversion event. You've got follow-up videos. The more videos you can put in there, it's absolutely critical that you put as much information that they consume in front of them before you get to call them. That's so important. So let's just see next steps. Okay. I was looking at the funnels. Now I can go through the funnels. There's about 10 funnels, and it's very complicated, and it's very involved and whatever. This is the most simplified funnel I could find on the Fletcher method that I think would be a good fit for an attorney firm. So you've got a one-pager where you're sending your clients to. It's a quiz page. Now, what I mean by a quiz page is the client says, okay, I've got a problem with X, Y, and Z. So this is, I would almost say, this is how your website should work. In online terms and in online discussions, we call it self-segregation. So you've got a message on your website, you've got a message on everything there that talks about divorce. And let's say you're a labor specialist, you've got a labor department and you've got a debt department in your office. So you've got those three blocks that they can click. Why are you here? Why did you come to this website? Don't tell them this is us and this is what we do and all the fancy stuff and the standard stuff, because everybody's website looks like that. Do something else. Get something else and tell them, you want results on labor matters, click here. You want results on divorce matters, click here. You want to get out of debt without committing financial suicide, without going on credit rolls or whatever, click here. And you are then taking them to that landing page from your website. So I would say that quiz page should be on your website somewhere. You can always have a quiz page also as in a lead magnet. So you can tell a client, listen here, are you doing A, B, and C? Is this your situation? And you know the answers is going to be yes, yes, and yes. So anybody that is going through, that had a vehicle accident, if they click on what to do in vehicle accidents, you've got your block there where you, or your video or whatever you put there, and then you have, is this, is any of these things applicable to you? Yes, yes, or yes. And then they quiz and say yes, and that will take them through. But we've got an answer for you. We've got the best solution for you. We've got an ultimate online solution for you, a cheat sheet, a check, a step-by-step something, and that's then your magnet that goes in there. So then you've got the opt-in page that goes from that magnet. So you are self-segregating them from the website to the lead magnet, and then from the lead magnet you've got the opt-in page. Then you've got an authority amplifier, also depending on what their decisions are in that authority amplifier. You've got a prospect filter, so you're going to filter the prospects. You're not going to get somebody that doesn't know anything about civil litigation to give somebody a call about a car accident or a contractual claim that has to go to the High Court or something. So you know who's going to call who, which prospects you can actually send to. But we'll get into this later when we go into details. Today, I just wanted you guys to understand the basics of where everything is fitting in. What is a lead magnet? What is an authority amplifier? And tomorrow we'll tackle the conversion event and the floodgates. We'll look into that. So let's just go through here. Your ultimate lead magnet can be anything that's easy consumable, that's quick, easy. It speaks to one problem of one avatar of one niche. So it's all the power of ones. You focus on one person at a time. You're not going to catch two different fish on one hook. Well, I've done it before, but it was those, I don't know what you call them in English, but it's seabarbers. They hooked up on my hook, two of them at once. So, but that's out of the ordinary. So you usually catch one fish with one hook, and you pull them in one at a time. You don't have a net because it doesn't work that way. Previously, you threw out a net that was a television ad, and you showed it to everybody, but that's not cost efficient. That's very expensive to do that. You're going to waste your money. But if you put it in front of the right people with tools that are available online, it's so easy to target people, to make sure you get your ads in front of the right people. So that we'll get to. And then the authority amplifier, training video, a sales letter, a software demo, a case study, anything that's going to tell them that you are the authority, that you are the best, and put that first video, follow that up with a thank you. So there's a whole lot of things that has to go in there, and that will be available to you guys. I'll also load that on the links. Just give me some time to get. Then the next steps. So this is the new program that I went through, and that I'm going to talk to you tomorrow about stress-free selling. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. You take a prospect, you find out what their goals is. This is that strategy call. You find out what their goals is. You find out what their motivation is. Then you need to discover. You go and talk to them about their problems. You go and talk to them about. You give them a prescription. You give them an answer. My dad always said. He was a doctor, and he always said that, listen, if you don't diagnose the problem correctly, you're going to give the wrong prescription. You're going to give the wrong pill, and you can kill somebody with it. So for me, and it's the same applied to legal work. If you don't analyze and get the right problem, you're not going to hit the nail on the head, and you're not going to get that. And then the application and the invitation. So everything you can see there under Discover, we're using the signature solution there. You're going to do a signature solution audit, you guys. So tomorrow I'll give you a bit of that. Thanks for coming. I'm going to stop the screen share now, and then we can go into any questions that you need to ask. Letitia, how's it looking at your side there? Still fine? Okay. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, how did we do? 46 minutes. Yeah, not too bad. Okay. Uh, Okay, now the link for tomorrow, we'll send it on. I'll ask Letitia to get that link and send it on. Any other questions that you might have? This is such a, when you get to the end of this, the Fletcher method, you think it's such a simple process, but it's much, much more involved. When you get to it and you think that it's easy to go and market to a whole lot of people and to put an ad out there. So advertising is not difficult. That's not difficult at all. But to go and do specific marketing and talk to one person at a time, if that person is, just imagine if that person is standing in front of you, you need to find out what their history is, what their background is. So you need to find out exactly who they are, and then you talk to them one on one. So that's so important that you make that switch from Facebook, from advertising, putting out content there and just blasting your name all over, hoping that somebody's going to see it and come to you, having a nice slogan like, this is your legal home or your legal future in our hands or whatever, and you hope that they're going to actually get to you. So the 3 webinars, yes, we'll put it on YouTube. Hopefully this one is recording, so I don't have to redo this one over and over again. Yeah, Chris, so it's we'll put it on YouTube, and you can share it with everybody. There's no obligation. There's no copyright. If you want to go and make your own, it's absolutely for the use of partners. Why am I doing this? The reason is quite simple. I want to become good partners with good attorneys. So I want to create value to the attorneys, and at the end of this coronavirus, at the end of this thing, we're going to survive it, and we're going to get to the other side. And if we're getting to the other side, I want attorneys to service our clients. We've got the EdCon policy holders, 20,000 of them. We've got the SmartLegal. We've got other commercial products that's coming out in the future. It's already been designed. And we've got a bright legal plan that's coming out that their brokers is going to sell. So I need good lawyers to service my clients. And from the basis that we are different than the other legal insurance companies, we are going to be a contributing factor to your attorney and client fees. So that's why I'm doing this. So enjoy. Thank you, guys. If there's no more questions, I think we can say cheers and goodbye. See you tomorrow. I hope you guys tune in same time tomorrow, and we'll take it further. If we have to schedule another one for Friday morning, if we don't get through all the content, we'll do that. So great stuff. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Jessica. Thanks, Andre. Thanks, Diana. It's been a pleasure to share with you. Irina, Will, everybody else. Thank you so much. Patricia, Akila. Great stuff. 9:30 tomorrow. Yes, Will. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. Cheers, guys. All right.